All medical items are 15% off today. Stock up or bleed out.
Welcome friends, as you can hear, there's a lot of noise here and there's a lot of zombies and really weird creatures. So what's this all about? Well, we're in Alpha 19 7 Days to Die. So these are not vanilla zombies, they're actually SNUFKIN's additional server zombies. Which is actually a really cool mod that I've been playing around with lately. And today I'm going to tell you more about it, how to install it, what you can use it for, and what, well, some of these things actually do. And as you can see, they all have a fairly unique look to them. I have paused the AI because they would run around and cause all sorts of headaches for me here. So, but I'm going to bring them in one by one just to let you see them as well. And if you give me a bit, I will also, towards the sort of the end, give you an idea of how you actually download it, where you download it, how you install it on your local client or on your server. And a little bit of a background to this as well. Even back since Alpha 18, I was actually looking for additional zombies that I could put on my server. However, I wanted zombies that didn't require new assets so that clients wouldn't have to install them locally in order to play on my server. And I couldn't find any. Alpha 19, I actually found these ones. And these are actually, if you look at them, you'll see this is actually a modified demolisher. This is a modified trader. This is a modified, well, it is a pumpkin that is around. We have a modified, I think, a human player with some armor on it. Same thing for that one. You have a modified screamer. You have a modified burnt with, he's wearing what's wings, but I think it's something, I don't even quite know what that model is on him, but it makes it looks like it's wings. Oh, maybe it's a big bird or something that's been frozen. Maybe we have the something really weird here with just a trench coat, and we have this one, probably another zombie model with, I don't know where they found that one. Looks like some kind of food item that is just made a lot bigger. And of course this one again looks like a regular human model just made a lot bigger with a rocket launcher and a auger on the hand and stuff like that. This one ghillie suit and obviously something through the head there. Is that a weapon or something? And then we have this really weird thing, all black, but with a speaker. This is a Siren. But all these ones are actually just XML. And that's the great thing about this mod. It's just XML. So you can put it on your server. It'll work just fine. Clients don't have to download and install anything at all, which makes it perfect for these my servers. It's vanilla stuff. Even the sounds that you hear from the Siren here.
Gens is now closed.
Now closed.
Good night, Wasteland.
Like, I've never heard most of these things, but they're sound files that are in the game.
We'll be closing soon, so make your final purchases and stay safe out there.
Exactly, stay safe out there. And that makes it really, really cool. Now I'm gonna just enable them a little bit. Let's see here if I come closer, and I'm gonna enable them. You'll see a bunch of things. What happens is that this one runs around, this one's go flying, this one shoots, as you can see, it's got a rocket launcher, this has some sort of flamethrower. These ones are flying around here, they will be doing things as well. Oh, now I'm burning. Am I dying? No, I'm in God mode. And now I can't see anything because I've been hit by some kind of radiation scream. It's just crazy. And this really increases the challenge rating when you're playing the game. I get too close and that weird Siren, I think the one that is crawling around that is almost, you can't see it, down on the ground there, behind, sort of hidden there. It's just terrible, but it makes it really fun. Now these zombies, the good thing about it, they don't actually show up during Screamer Hordes. They do not show up in POIs, but they show up during Blood Moon Hordes, and even, wow, they're really fast, even if you're on the wasteland and I think the desert as well. So they're fairly light touch. They're mostly Blood Moon Horde zombies that show up, so you can safely put them in, and if you don't play the Blood Moon Horde, you're fine. If you play the Blood Moon Horde, you'll get a bunch of these ones. I'll show you some clip of that from my community server as well. And oh, it's awesome. Oh, let me just stop. No. Let me get a little bit of a way here. not so easy. They got all this new buffs and everything as well that makes it really difficult to move around, or you can't see properly and stuff like that. So let's kill them all off here. Oh, and there they all fell to the ground. Yep, die. They're considered boss zombies. They got a lot of hit points and more experience, and they drop a lot of a bit more loot as well, obviously because they are boss zombies. Like the Juggernaut, well, he's got like 12,000 hit points. If he hits you with the rockets, you will die, even with a really good armor. It's deadly. So before I show you how to install, thank you very much for watching this video. I do appreciate everyone's support. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for coming back and thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber yet, I do urge you to just hit that subscribe button. It is free. It helps me grow, which helps me make a lot more of these movies. And hopefully you enjoy all those as well. I put out videos every week, and I even stream at least once or twice a week as well on Twitch and on YouTube. So you can be in any 7 Days to Die version. This one is Alpha 19.1 that I was playing, and it's working just well. It worked on 19.2 as well, at least the beta. There is another version for Alpha 18 that I haven't tried out. But anyway, you go to your Steam, and then you right-click, go Properties. You go to Local Files, Browse Local Files, and make sure you go to the Mods folder. Keep that one open. Then we're going to go over here to the website. It's 7days2diemods.com, server side zombies, and I'm going to leave a link here, so don't worry about that one. It has a bunch of information about it. You can see the Banshee bomber, Geist, Undertaker, blah, 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 etc., and just how they actually work and everything. It'll give you some idea of really what's there. It's changelog. They are still updating this one together with SNUFKIN. And here further down, there's the different versions. I'm using the Alpha 19. You can try the Alpha 18 if you haven't moved up to Alpha 19, but I would just grab Alpha 19 and play with that one because it is the updated one. Click on this one, download the zip that will actually take you to, and save it somewhere on your computer. Once you've saved it, make sure you go and extract it into this mod folder that I just showed you. Now, it should look like this. Should be the mods, SNUFKINs, or SNUFKIN. Oh, I keep getting this wrong. Sorry, SNUFKIN. I thought it was SNUFKIN. SNUFKINs, custom zombies. And this is the version. And it should look like this. Once you go in one, really important, go in one, it should have these ones inside it. If there has another folder that says the SNUFKIN's custom zombies, you have to copy things up because there has to be mods straight in here, and it should look like this. Otherwise, it will not load properly. It's a requirement for 7 Days to Die. And that's all you need in order to install it, either on your 7 Days to Die vanilla client in Steam, or if you're running a server, same thing. You just install this one, no problem at all. And if you're running a server, you don't actually need to have your users install it as well. It's enough to have it on the server. And then you start up the game, which is what I've been doing here. So I'm going to spawn in a few of them, and just to give you a little bit of a teaser what they're all about. Now, let's start with the Juggernaut. He is this really big one. As you can see, he got 12,000 hit points. And he's, yeah, he's fairly big. Let's see if I can... We are fairly small and inconsequential next to him, so yeah. But what happens, and let me see if I can move this one back, and I can restart the AI here. See if I move around. He goes up and tries to hit you. He'll deal a lot of damage, and if I can run away, and then he shoots. Oh, and if he hits you with these ones, you'll have a really bad day. It'll take off hundreds of hit points. So yeah, it's a... few rockets, that's 6 rockets, 2 per 3 volleys, I guess that's what it's called, and so he can do damage even at a distance. Now, if you got a good weapon, he's actually not super hard to kill. It works fairly well, but you have to make sure that you have good weapons and good armor and that you fleet on your feet, because if you get hit by these ones, you'll have a bad day. He does do some damage to the ground around, as you can see here as well. It's not huge, but if you're at your base, obviously there'll be some damage. Oh, yeah, but he's really awesome. And if you see, if I just shoot him a little bit here, I'm taking off a bunch of hit points from him as well. This is just with a pistol, so if you just got like an SMG, M60, or maybe an AK-47, you should be able to bring him down. Now, if you look at him, he's actually healing. So he is a boss zombie, and he does heal. And killed him, 50,000 experience, which is well worth it. Another favorite of mine is the Arkhan, or Arkhan. He's a bit of a support zombie, so he does fly around. He can go down to try and beat you as well, but he likes to be around, where he sort of flies around and he shoots, and you'll see if we can get him to trigger that. Come on, buddy. Arkhan, trigger. Throw something at us. So I shot the Arkhan and he came after me. Let's see if he does this. Yep, you see he shoots a bunch of fireballs here as well. So when you are playing, especially in Horde Night, he will keep on firing at you. And it can be quite terrifying actually if you can see him at night, even though he does burn. But you see, he does a lot of these fireballs, does some damage to the ground, and it can actually set you on fire. So yeah, he's terrifying, but he's more of a support character. He will go in and beat you in close combat as well once in a while, but most of the time, as you see here, most of the time he just flies around. But he only has 2,000 hit points, so he's not super bad to kill, but obviously it can be a little bit difficult if there's a lot of things happening and he's flying around up in the sky. Another one I really like is the Geist. Oh, let's see, he's got hit points about 1,000, so it's not terrible. See if I can hit him just to make sure I get his attention. Yeah, there I go. He's got knows where I am. He's comes in, and I can actually phase through buildings and walls. He just goes straight through them. He will go around, and let's see if he can shoot at me. He'll beat me a little bit, not too bad, but he has some special attacks as well. Like that, he'll blow things up, and he can actually shock you as well. I'm in God mode. Let's see. Just throw your thingy, set me on shock me, electrocute me. He'll do his bomb throwing, and he'll electrocute you at the same time, which can be really terrifying when you're running around your base trying to escape these other zombies, and he just, well, electrocutes you so you can run. Even worse, and let me do that while he's terrifying at night. So what usually happens, obviously, you have something like this, and he is flying around while you're fighting zombies on the ground, and where did he go? There he is! It can be really tough to see because he goes up, and it's like when it's against the moon, you can see him. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's fairly fast as well, so he can be really terrifying together with the Arkhan and just throwing his bombs and electrocuting you. But you know, it's really fun to see them fly around and facing through walls, so you can't really hide inside your base as well either. And you see, imagine just trying to shoot him. You can if you happen to see him up there, but I mean, I won't be able to see him here until he comes down. But he can still throw his bombs and come in, swoop in, and attack you when you least actually expect it. Okay, let me bring this in and go back to God mode. So yeah, it can be really terrifying. I'm gonna go back to daytime here. Where are you, buddy? There he is. Shoot him down with my God pistol, of course. Otherwise, it wouldn't be that easy. Let's go to the Undertaker. So this is the Undertaker. He's got really quite a lot of hit points, 3,000. He deals massive damage as well, and he's big. He's a big character. So he'll go in melee. He does not have any range damage, but he's quite fast. I can run here, so I can outrun him, but he is quite fast as well. And he does a lot of damage. I like the light. So even if we, let's go down to the nighttime here, you'll see he's got this light with him, which is really, really awesome. And of course, now he runs really fast as well. So you can almost keep up with, but yeah, with that lantern, it's just really awesome because you can see him coming, and of course, make sure you kill him. And he does have a lot of hit points, but you just have to shoot him really well or just hit him in the head. Oh, wow, that was a really good hit. I don't know how I made that much damage. Maybe because I'm in God mode. But no, I killed him. Good. Let's have a look at the Siren. Now, the Siren is not extremely dangerous. It does have, you know, 750 hit points, and it will beat you a little bit. Let's see here. Bam, if you can hit. Yeah, it doesn't do tons of damage. Of course, I'm wearing armor, but it's really cool with you know, the sirens. So you can hear him coming in, sort of announcing that the zombies are coming. And it looks big. It looks more imposing than he is, but I love it. I love the sounds from him. So that was just awesome. Another one I really like is the Scorcher. He's kind of big and ugly, and he's got this Flamethrower, which will set you on fire. It will deal some damage, and it's sort of like this, quite a big arc. To see if I can get him to shoot again, like this. Oh, it's awesome. And this is a Flamethrower that he's got with him, and I like it. Looks really good with I think it's the junk chart that he's got sort of next to his head, and those two barrels. And look at that. So he can do quite a lot of damage, set a group of players on fire, and you will be burning for a while as well. He will do melee if you really get very close, I believe. But it's really you see there, it does some damage, and then he will beat me here. Not hugely dangerous close up. He does some, but it's really the distance here. And obviously, when you're playing this on a Bloodwind Horde, you get a bunch of different ones around. So you have some guys going close combat, and some like these that are sort of moving in and shooting you from a distance. One of the more dangerous ones is the Banshee. You see, it sort of camouflages itself. If you didn't have the hair, it'd be really difficult to see. Now, I was trying to go for the tree because I'm flying up a little bit. It has this scream that will give you this radiation blur effect, which is really terrible when it starts screaming, because it will affect you, because it'll be somewhere around the horde and you can't see anything, which makes it really difficult to fight. And it'll sort of crawl towards you and everything, so it's not so easy to see it in a group of zombies. It hides pretty well, especially with the camouflage, and then it'll scream and you get this really blurry radiated vision, and it's terrifying when you're fighting, because this one really makes it difficult to run somewhere. It makes it a little difficult to shoot something, and you're being slowed as well. So even if I'm in God mode, you see I'm actually being slowed. I'm trying to move. Let me see. Let me have it scream again. Scream again, lady. Go on, scream. Yeah, see, I'm running backwards fast as I can, and now it's gone. And so the effect is it does slow you down as well, so getting away is really difficult. I love it. I think this is awesome. In transparent model, I didn't even know you could do that. Doesn't really do tons of damage up close. It's really the scream and everything that is the most dangerous, together with all these other zombies. I mean, that looks just awesome. Of course, it's the spider zombie movement with a screamer model, and translucent or transparent or semi-transparent, like it's a camouflage. Really, really awesome. And let me show you a little bit of a clip from my 7 Days to Die community server stream when I was having a Bloodwind Horde with all these zombies around. It's to say that it's terrifying is an understatement, because especially when you have a bunch of players out there, you end up with a high zombie count, and you get tons of these ones around. You get the Geist flying around. You can have multiple that are coming in. You'll have an Arkhan, you'll have a Juggernaut, you'll have the Mantis that is jumping around, you'll have the Banshee screaming, and then you'll have Undertakers, Scorchers, and everything. Everyone just running around and everything, and just it's really deadly. But that's really part of the fun. That's really what I enjoy, because 7 Days to Die, when you start hitting the mid, and especially towards the late game, having just the regular zombies gets kind of boring, actually. I mean, I have to say, it just gets kind of boring. And adding on all these ones is really, really fun. So whether you do single player, whether you do on server, it cranks up that challenge rating, which is really needed. And this is something that I think that really important for the fun pimps to really take a note of, because we have an issue with, we have the regular zombies, and they've been saying they want to put in more zombies with have different abilities and everything. And here you have a modder who's basically taken just the in-game assets, made a bunch of zombies. Some of them you go like, yeah, they're kind of thematic. Maybe some of them are not. But they're really, really cool, and they really add a lot of value to the game and a lot of gameplay fun. And you can put them on any game. You don't have to install a whole mod pack like War of the Walkers or Ravenhurst or something. You can just put it in your regular vanilla game, and you just add on these extra zombies. So fun pimps, have a look at this one. I'm not saying you should bring these ones in, but just look at how you can add a bunch of new zombies without taking all this extra effort of making custom models. This is what's been done with what's already in the game, and there's a bunch of extra buffs, extra abilities that they're using that makes them unique. And it really, to me, I love it. It's just really, really awesome. But what do you think? Do you think these ones are too dangerous? Are you wussy to play with them? Do you think they're cool? Would you put them on your server or your single player game and try them out? Let me know in the comment section below and tell me what's your impression of SNUFKIN zombies. And make sure you're subscribed as well, and I will catch you again next time.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the Vedui community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.